What's going on, guys? We're going to take it back to a bit of an old, so we're going to go over a meta squad builder for you today. We've got a Premier League and League One hybrid. I know the game is boring. Listen, at least you don't have to play the game for 16 hours a day like I do, but what are you going to do? That's work. But we're going to go over a squad builder today. I thought I'd put some new players on. I know people want me to bring back this series and so on. So I'm going to go through a meta squad here. Now we're going to start off with the right back. Now, I picked up some deliberate meta cards. You're not going to see no one with like 50 pace, anything like that. But I want to give you also some other alternatives for cards that if you don't want to put them in. Because I know some of you guys, I'd be like, you know what, Neil? I like this play style, or I like to use whipped cross, so on, etc, etc. Now, I got one card I want to put in here is a Diakite. I'm going to say Diakite. I'm not going to pretend to pronounce it. But you know what a card this guy is. You know, medium high, 87 defense awareness, 94 sprint speed. It's unbelievable. Then he has in a set play style and a ping pass and a whip pass and jockey. Is this potentially probably the most underrated card, if not right back inside the game, for what, 13,000 coins only, and he's French? I think it's an absolute steal if you're asking me. I think he's such a good card. I don't think there's anyone else you can really put next to him. We put a new card into Debo. You don't have to use Debo. There's other cards from League One you can use. In fact, there's actually a whole array of League One. I know he's probably expiring by the time you're watching this video. It might be expiring tomorrow, I believe. But there's actually a lot of other cards you can be using, to be honest. Remember, when you're looking for centre backs, right? I always say 80 sprint speed, 80 defense awareness. That's probably the best filter that you can use. Arrange it by price and then just pick anyone from there. That's a Neil Guide's top tip for you right there. But that Skriniar card is good. And so is that Jallo card. Actually, that Jallo card is very underrated. I was actually using him very much early on. Black Spirit defense awareness, but it's still an underrated card. We're going with a bit of Premier League mix now. We're going with Alisson in goal. Look, all goalkeepers. I'm going to be honest, man. Goalkeepers are trash. I don't really think there's any good goalkeepers. But then again, goalkeepers are also amazing, you know, when they run out. I think Alisson is the best overall in the Premier League, got the distribution. I think when I get a goalkeeper, I'm a bit of an old school guy. I'm looking at someone that can stop the ball first. Playmaking is not that important in FC. In real life is different. That's why, of course, Ramsdale is benched. But that's something else. Next time we've gone with Saliba. Now, Saliba, I think, is a top tier card. You can go with a BVD if you want to. I'm not saying you can't. But this Saliba card, I think, except on, yes, I know the 88 is there, but is it worth 500k for +1 sprint speed and +2? Like, is anyone really going to notice that? No. You're playing for the intercept playstyle. Anticipate playstyle. But I think with a normal anticipate intercept, I think it's better. I think for a centre back, you're normally cutting the passing lane, that last minute interception that you're going to be making with that defender. So I'd probably very much like to go with someone like Saliba and say, I know people are liking anticipate, saying, oh, anticipate is amazing. I think it's okay. I don't think it's amazing. I think maybe because I time my tackles when I'm meant to tackle. Maybe people that don't know how to defend properly, to be candid, I'm trying to insult anyone, of course. But to speak candidly, people make a lot of mistakes when defending and they make tackles when they shouldn't make tackles. And I think that is how people think anticipate is better, but I probably very much disagree with it. Then we go probably one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League defensively. You can always put the right hand side to go forward. Lamptey is really, really good. Walker's good, of course, but for 60k with the jockey playstyle, whipped pass, rapid, quick step as well. Another top tier card. Probably go ahead and put a shadow on him. I would still want to max out that sprint speed. But if you want to get that defense awareness higher, what you can do is one of two things. Number one, you can go with a sentinel. You could put sentinel on if you feel like the sprint speed is good enough. Another one you could use is, it's kind of a bit, well, there's actually two here. One is powerhouse. That's if you like to do for the passing. You still get that defensive awareness. And then the other one I was going to say, but I just realized just now that it's probably not going to make a difference because his agility is already high. But you could go defensive awareness boost with the Guardian. I think he's a very good card. 60k absolute steal. And don't forget, he does have 5-star weak foot. Made that pass on either side. But if you want that long passing up, definitely you can go with even a catalyst here. You know what? To be honest, you could probably just go with a powerhouse. I think the sprint speed, you could probably just get away with it. I know 90 is still high, but against top tier players, you really want to make sure on the front foot, especially because most attackers run before your defender. Then we've got Rico Lewis, another very underrated card I wanted to put in. Again, I wanted a bit of a new card, so I'm going to 4-3-3 third variation here. Very, very nice card here. Everyone gets full cam, by the way. 5'9". Anything lets you know. Jockey playstyle, 87 defense awareness, 90 sprint speed. Probably one of the better CDMs, if not one of the top 20 CDMs in the game. I've used them. I think the defensive awareness could be better. I think the reason why I like him is because he's agile and got good short passing. That's exactly what I'd want from like a player that's sitting back, not going to be shooting. I want someone that can bring the ball forward and that can dribble. If they are technical, maybe it would be a bit better, but I think he's overall an amazing card. I can't really fault him. I like him as well. Then we're going to put Lise Melu. I think that's how you say his name. Another new card as well. Wanted to make it a bit fun, try some new cards out. 4-star, 4-star. What a card, you know. I don't actually remember when I saw this card come out. Maybe I just missed it. But you know what? What a card. 4-star, 4-star, 6 foot. He lacks the balance. But if you're looking for that attacking centre mid, high, he's actually not that bad because he can shoot, but he can also defend. Now, to be honest, I'd probably go with a Hunter because now you get 91 sprint speed, 89 finishing, good shot power and long shots, amazing passing, amazing physicality, and amazing defending. I honestly think some of these cards that people are saying, I know everyone's saying Foot Fantasy, or cards only worth 10 million and cards worth 30k. 30k, this guy's an absolute steal. I think people are complaining a bit too much. Got the Bruiser chemistry style for your advanced defenders, but this probably lacks it. I think ping passing is important for CDM sentiments, more important now. But I think realistically speaking, that is one of the best combinations you couldn't get right now, to be honest. I don't think there's really anything that's amazingly better. I mean, League One, you haven't really got that much. I know we've got the Zaire card, but he's just too expensive. Let's be candid, he's too expensive. I mean, you go with someone from the Premier League, but Emery's too expensive, and there really isn't anyone else. I mean, if you just adjust it by shooting, there might be a few cards. Actually, to be honest, you could go with this card, but he's in... I thought it was an SBC actually. Lise Miller is different there. Claude Marie is actually not a bad shot. You guys know I used to use the Winter as a wild card, the Fire and the Ice one back in the day. But not a bad card, but I don't think he's anything to jump and shout. But I don't know, he's got a 5-star weak foot. Anything like that. This card, yeah, he's expired. I thought so. Lacks sprint speed. Maybe lacks defense awareness. It's probably not worth it. Then we're going to go with another one. We're going to go with Trent. I know a lot of people like to use the whip pass. Again, another card people sleep on. 4-star, 4-star. Remember was it FIFA 19? FIFA 20. Remember Team of the Year Trent? Using him in centre mid. Remember I used him on a first day in centre mid. He was gutted. Then I moved him to centre back with Robertson. That's when fullback centre backs really was meta before it became the meta. I used to use him and Robert together. But yeah, Trent was a fantastic centre mid. I remember I always used to like using fullbacks in centre mid. It used to be always my... Remember the Marcelo and Striker back in FIFA 19? If you were there, you were there. I think it's such a good card as well. High work rate. It's perfect for 4-3-2-1. Ping pass jockey as well. So he's got the whip pass. I think he can literally... I think this is like a crossing team, but I think they could do a bit of everything. I'm trying to go more for the meta cards here. We're going to Elise. Big fan of him in real life. And also a good card. Look, to be honest, I think 6'2", he can header the ball. I don't think it's... Look, I know his heading accuracy is 44. I think he still headed the ball. It's not really an issue. I think he's more of a winger. He's got 5-star skill and he's 4-star weak foot. 95 balance. It's not going to make him smooth. He's 6'2". He's quite a tall player anyway. I think with a Hunter, he's a good winger. To be honest, his defensive stats are also very, very good. You know, if you're playing like a 3-5-2, you know, he's actually got not bad defensive stats either. Or 5-2 or anything of that nature. But I think he's a good card. I think realistically, you put a Hunter on him, he can do everything. I think the playstyle as well, the pinged passes, I think as a centre mid. Maybe even put him in centre mid, maybe move Trent to the wide area, maybe something to try. Definitely a very, very good card. They're very much considered. One, I kind of put in a bit of a spanner in the works. I think with Werner, it's a bit of a difficult one because I know he's 500k and now you know how I am with SBCs. This SBC is worth it. I think he's a very good card. There's other cards you can go with. You can go the Jack Grealish card, as I mentioned. There's actually a few cards you can really go with, of course. To keep the cost, well, no, of course, let's say not. We all know the obvious choice in Mbappe, but to keep the cost low, there isn't really that many. David Ginola as well is also another good suggestion as well. Or you could go with Champions League Dembele. Now, I'll be honest, Werner is a very good card. I would want his balance to be a bit higher. Otherwise, you can go. I think Janola's good. I think the benefit of Janola is, I always had this thing with Eusebio and Janola. Janola's the clunkiest striker that's got 5-star, 5-star. If you need a 5-star, 5-star plus striker, but you can't afford an R9, but you need someone like him, put Janola in. And I think 6'1", he can header the ball as well. So you like someone that can header the ball, I would definitely put him into the team. You go, bam. Put Janola in, you can even reduce the price like that as well. And that way you have to really go with it. And for the main striker, look, there's a lot of options you can choose. I've gone with Lacazette. What a card he is, honestly. 4-star, 4-star, high. Got two of my favourite playstyles here. First touch playstyle, which I think is very, very important, very underrated, and the power shot. Of course, if you use the power shot. Another Neil Guy's top tip, try to do a first time shot power shot. Even if the goalkeeper's in the right position, a lot of the time it does go in as Neil Guy's top tip, especially with the power shot playstyle plus. Very good card. I really have to explain it. 92 finishing, very good composure, good shooting. If you miss a chance, it's because the game in terms of finishing is garbage, not because of the player himself. But he's very good. 90 short passing, so he can play that second striker if you put Werner or Janola in front. But that is the team. So how would we line up now if we're going to be playing the most common formations? 4-2-3-1, as I mentioned in my videos, kind of lost his take. This is where you can actually move someone. I'd probably still go with Lacazette there, but you could probably even move Trent there, or you could even go with, you can swap any of these players around. So this can play basically a 4-3-2-1, and it can play any of those 4-4-2 formations. 4-4-2 as well, same thing. I'd probably go something like this. And maybe I'd probably go with Trent on the wing. You can always sub Trent off, but if you're going to spam the crosses, that's the side you go down. You kind of understand what I mean now. 3-5-2 would be one of my favourite choices. I think Elise would go there. Lamptey would go probably defensively there. I'll put him there. Then what I'll do is I'll put Elise, because he's got decent defending there. And then maybe something like that actually. Or even Elise can go there. So you get that flexibility. Remember, you don't have to use Trent. You can always use someone else there. Someone else attacking instead. You don't have to use it. But I just wanted to chuck in a player there that I think people just sleep on a lot. 4-3-2-1. I think this is what... Sorry, 4-3-2-1 is the one that I think that everyone's going to be using. I don't think any other formations. I'm just have a quick glance here. Maybe we'll come back to 4-3-2-1 in a second. 4-1-2-1-2, you can do the same thing here. I think with 3 centre mids, it's going to work very well. Something like that. I can't really think there's any other formations really. I don't think anything else really anyone's playing. 4-4-2 kind of went over. 4-3-3 is kind of what you started with. This is the thing with this year. There isn't really 4-2-2 same as 4-4-2. It's not. I wish there was more variety in formations. We'll come back to the 5-backs in a second. But anyway. Something like this is what I would probably go with. And then for the 5-2-1-2, this would be an interesting one. I'd probably do something like this. Put Lamptey as right centre back. And then put Saliba middle because, well, this is a debatable one because you can see Todibo's got 88 sprint speed and so has Saliba. It's more about who would you want. Now, the good thing with Todibo is look at the agility and balance. Saliba's got not bad agility and balance, but not better. So I'll put Todibo in the middle for that reason there. I think that's the way that I'll do it. No, Elise goes like this. And Elise's got the pinged pass playstyle plus as well, even better like that. And very much the same. Anyway, guys, that is a squad build. Let me know if you want to see more of these. I know I'm not going to do well these kind of videos, but I thought I'd chuck it out. Let's have some fun. Enjoy the game for what it is. Because trust me, we're all in the same boat now. The question is, how long will the boat float for? But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys, and I'll catch you next video. Let me know also what kind of videos, content you want to see down below in the description. And of course, we're going to make a team of the tutorials, but let me know if you want to see anything else. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy and catch you next time. Peace.